Alright, so we're going to solve x squared minus x equals 12 by the quadratic formula. Question. The first thing we need to do is set it equal to 0. Step number 1, set equal to 0. And if you want to, you can always just write down those steps on your formula sheet, right? It tells you what to do. So class, what's the first thing we're going to do? Let's subtract 12. Let's make it equal to 0. Class, what's left? X squared. You guys tell me. Come on. Equals 0. Okay. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to identify your A, B, and C. Partner A, tell partner B, what is your A, B, and C? And partner B, tell partner A, what's standard form? Roberto, do you want to tell me standard form or A, B, and C? What's your A value? B value. And C value. Well, that comes from standard form. Ariana, can you tell us standard form? AX, yes? Yes, correct. So if you write the form right there, you can see that your A is equal to 1. B value is equal to a negative 1. And your C value is equal to negative 12. Set equal to 0, identify your A, B, and C. The next thing you're going to have to do is write down the quadratic formula. Write down QF. Partner A, tell partner B, what is the quadratic formula? Ready, set, go. Anya. The student who didn't get today's lesson is the one who doesn't write down the quadratic formula for every problem. They think they can just get it. Take your time. It looks nice. Okay, now that I got the quadratic formula, I'm going to do a substitution. Everyone say substitution? Let me show you those substitutions by colors. Every A value, we're going to put in what number? A 1. Every B value, we're going to place a what? Negative 1. And every C value, we're going to play negative 2. Let's do our substitutions. So I'm going to write x equals, look, the formula has this minus sign. You see it? Therefore, you must have this minus sign on the outside. Everyone say parentheses. You need to use parentheses when you're replacing a letter with a number. Very important. So what do I put in there, class? Negative 1. Plus or minus square root. Class, what's our B value? Negative 1 inside the parentheses squared minus 4 times my A value, which is 1, and my C value. negative 12 all over 2 times 1. Some common mistakes for students: don't use parentheses, don't write down the formula, and then the radical sign is not big enough. So you can make that house bigger if you need to. Okay? And then the last thing all you need to do is, everyone say simplify. Let's go ahead and simplify the quadratic formula for this problem. Class, what's the opposite of negative 1? Positive 1. Class, what's negative 1 times negative 1? 1. And look what I'm going to do for this next step. I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to cover everything up, and I'm going to do negative 4 times 1, which is, and negative 4 times negative 12 is positive 48. If you get stuck, use your calculator. And then class, 2 times 1 is 2. Let's keep simplifying here. We're on a roll. One plus or minus. Class, what's 1 plus 49? What did I say? 1 plus 48? 49. Let's say you don't know the square root of 49. It's okay. You have 2 calculators. One calculator says you can put all of this at once, so I'm going to press the square root button, which is in yellow. So press the yellow button first, then 49. Close parentheses, and you get 7. Some calculators, you put 49 and the radical sign like your phone. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll show you. Turn my phone sideways. In this type of calculator, you would have to type in 49 first, then the square root button, which is right there. That gives you 7. You see the difference? Of course, you're not going to use your phone on the test. You're going to get a calculator. X equals 1 plus or minus 7 over 2. Everyone say at the very end. Let's split. Let's write that as a step. Split at the end. Split your plus or minus at the end. What does that mean? You're going to take this plus or minus, and now we're going to make it to 2 problems. X equals 1 plus 7 over 2. And x equals 1 minus 7 over 2. Class, what's 1 plus 7? So I have 8 over 2, which is 4. And class, what's 1 minus 7? Negative 6. And negative 6 divided by 2 is? Negative 3. Oh, have we seen those answers before? Oh, we actually have done this problem before, right? We did this problem as our warm-up. So, what does this mean? If you can't solve a problem by factoring, you can always solve it by the quadratic formula. It is long, but it will always work.